Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is an M53 M55, the Tier 9 American SPG, and we're located on the south spawn of Malinovka. And the name of the player is Embri. Now I had to look it up because he's not a member of What Arty Noobs, but this replay is so good that it's worth seeing. The battle has commenced and he's pulling back into the bushes. Now the 8-inch gun, it's the short fat one on the M55, because that's what it is, identifies that this is the version used by the US Army. And he's now looking for a target, and he's found one. It's a VK101P, and he's aiming for the rock. And there's also an IS-3 there. If he hits that VK, he's probably going to splash the IS-3. He fires at the VK. Direct hit! I reckon both tanks have lost a considerable number of hit points. Oh my god, just look at that. He's lost 59% of his health from that one shot alone. That VK is feeling very sorry for himself at this moment and cursing Arty. But he's only got himself to blame because he was seen and he didn't move into cover. Okay, right, over on the west side of the battlefield we can see a T10 that's made its way all the way south. And this long reload for the 8-inch howitzer. Oh, that round went into the water. It overshot. And there was a T-34-3 there at the same time. I doubt if that did any damage to the T-10. It was, the water would have ameliorated the effects of the shell landing. That T-34-3 has actually suffered a lot of damage now already. He's down to 40% of his health. One more shot should put him out of the game. Okay, the T-10's come out. He's actually at 72% health. That's going to land. Oh, on the engine deck. 534 hit points. And there was some stun assist after that. He's down to 30% of his health now. Now, if those tanks stay where they are, they're going to be easy prey for the 8-inch howitzer. And it looks like the other Arty is also gunning for them. The other member on his team is the GW Tiger P, the Tier 8 German. He's going to go for the T10. Personally, I would have gone for the T-34-3, but he's going for the T10. And it's a big hit. 424 hit points, reduces him to one shot. And he's out the game because the GW Tiger P takes his life. Now, that T-34-3 is just rocking backwards and forwards. He's in a very dangerous position because if he pulls out there, he is going to get hit by that 257, who's moving up to take a very commanding position at that. Oh, and unfortunately, the enemy Arty just hit the 257. Only took 5% of his health, though. The IS-3 is making a quick dash down the water side. Now, round out on T-34. Oh, just splashed him. He was lucky that shell went long, because if it had been any shorter, I think that T-34 would have been wiped out. And that Object 257 needs to be aware and take guard, because that IS-3 is now sitting on that corner, and I think he's going to do that. He's pulling back a bit, and he's poking forward to try and get the T-34-3. We're only 8 seconds away from shooting. And he's just took another hit from the enemy Arty. And looks like another hit as well. Round out on T-34. And again it goes long. It zipped over the turret of the T-34, exploded behind him, and he only picked up 175 hit points. He's down to a one-shot now, though. And there's an ELC Evan 90. Oh my god, he's come a long way south, and he's in grave danger. He's been hit, and he's retreating as quickly as he can. He's only got 22% of his health left. He'll be lucky if he survives. Very lucky. He's using the terrain to try and escape. But I think he'll probably get taken out by the tanks on the hill the moment they spot him. And the T-34-3 goes down to the 257. So he's just got the IS-3 to deal with now. And it looks like the IS-3 has actually been killed. Yes, oh no, according to this, the IS-3 is still there. But he did get the Wizzy 111 there. That's his first kill of the game. It was an unsighted kill, but a blind kill, but he did take him out. Sounds like he's got a female commander as well for this crew, because that was a lady's voice saying "gotcha." Oh, he just centered his field of fire there. Make sure that he can adjust his aim without getting too much reticule bloom. There's the IS-3. So the other IS-3 must have been killed. There's no way he could make it across there. And that shell went long again and landed behind the IS-3. So he only picked up 11 hit points from the actual shell, but he picked up some stun assist afterwards. Quite a lot of stun assist. And the IS-3's pulled back, and I think he's just behind that bush. The ILSI M90's come down this way, and he's just been taken out the game by the AMX-65 ton. Yes, the IS-3 was behind the bush. Okay, he's now reloaded and round out. Oh, it went long, but it still killed the IS-3. So that's the second kill. Now the forces are moving down from the hill. There's a VK still up there, but the T-92 light tank is actually doing a lot of damage, and he's actually being killed. He was taken out by the Waffenträger, which is unseen at the moment. But that Object 430 is also in danger, because now, even though he's hiding behind that tank, he is still vulnerable to an 8-inch shell. And of course the VK is going to hold him in place, because if he moves away, he is going to get seen. And yes, the VK spotted him and tracked him. He's now stationary target. 8-inch shell incoming, 418 hit points and long stun. That landed right next to it. It wasn't a direct hit, that was splash. Now we've got the long reload going in again. It's the unfortunate thing about the 8-inch howitzer, it is quite a long reload. He's not using any premium consumables, so it does take a little longer. He just adjusted his field of fire there again. And there's a Striv 103 next to the river. He's loaded, but he's not dialed in yet. Now the Striv's moving up on the T-34. I think he's going to go to that corner. That's it. Not just there, but slightly further back. If he comes around that corner, the T-34 is going to see it. That's it. That's where he's going to be. If he tries to creep up over the ridgeline, the T-34 will see him and readjust his aim. He didn't come up, he didn't go round, he was worried, and now he's going to be side on to an 8-inch howitzer, and he's going to get paddling. Oh, it overshot again! He's not having much luck here, the shells keep overshooting. He might need to aim short to make sure the shell goes into the target. He only managed to get 260 hit points of damage, and unfortunately the Striv, the Object 430 actually, it wasn't the Striv, the Object 430 got the kill. Striv's retreating, under fire, and he's been spotted. It's an Object 430. Oh my god, he's really close. He is loaded though, now, and he shotguns him, and he's going to have to get out of there quick, because there is still an enemy Arty, two enemy Arty in play. One of them's a 212, the other's a M40, M43. So he's manoeuvring and keeps changing direction. He's stopped, he's turned around. And I think at this moment, he's just trying to fox them as to where he's going next. Yep, okay, he's off into the corner. And now he's changed his mind, he's coming back. So that's obviously going to fool the 212 and the M43 as to where he's actually gone. Now he's looking for the enemy Arty. Now he knows the VK's headed in that direction, so there's a good chance that one of the enemy Arty is going to be on that side of the inlet there. And I'm guessing somewhere in those woods. Oh, there's the Waffenträger. Okay, so he's got to go after that now. It is spotted. And of course he can do a lot of damage to this because it's an open vehicle, an open TD. And the AMX-65 ton will hold him in place. And he killed the Waffenträger. He's taken him out, but he's going to have to motor because both Arties will be looking in this area. If they're not looking at the VK. Okay, reload underway. trying to work out where the Arty is. Well, the Arty can't be north of the inlet because the VK has not found them yet. So they must be in the woods on the south side. Somewhere in those woods are two Arty. There's one of them, the 212. Dialed in and round out. Oh, he's been hit by the VK, and that's a kill shot. 51 hit points, but he's got him. So it's just the M43 to get now. He's trying to avoid the trees. Don't knock them down because it'll tell the enemy where you are, just in case the M43 is watching. And the VK is now looking for the second one. There he is. Oh no, that's the T44. There's the M43. He's not loaded, but he will be. Looks like the VK is going after the T44, but this M43 has just shotgunned him. Dialed in, round out. Oh, right on the money. 400 hit points. Brings up his Top Gun. And it looks to me like the VK was taken out by the Striv. And there's the first VK, the one that he fired at, the 101P, facing off against the AMX-65 ton, but he's side on. Not a very good thing to do when you're facing an 8-inch howitzer. Now both enemy Arty are out the game. That leaves Embry free to fire without actually having to change position, and he wipes the VK 101P out the game. He doesn't need to worry about knocking trees over anymore because nobody's looking in this direction, nobody can see it. But unfortunately we've lost both the AMX-65 ton. In fact, that was the last tank on his team, so he's all alone now, facing two opponents, an T44 and a Striv 1030. This is going to be very, very difficult because both of them are going to come looking for him. Now, ordinarily, I would actually say head up the hill because that's the last place they're going to come looking for you. But I think what Embry's doing here is taking up a defensive position because he's anticipating that there's only 3 minutes left on the clock. If he can survive for 3 minutes, he'll get a draw. But if both enemy come looking for him, he's got a reasonable chance of shotgunning at least one of them. And there's the Striv 103B, 130. He's locking on, aiming, one shot kill. Oh, beautiful! Takes him out of the game. 349 hit points. He was seen, so the T44 will know where he is, but he's motoring to get out of that position so the T44 can't chase over here and kill him. And that means it's a one-on-one now. He's also got the high caliber. Now, the great thing about the M53 or the M53 M55 is it's one of the few Artys in the game with gun depression. It's based on the chassis of the T47, the pattern tank, but it does actually have a small amount of gun depression, which enables you to shoot over the engine deck and take out the enemy, so you can exploit a ridgeline. But it looks to me like he's going to take up a defensive position in front of the cap and wait for the enemy to appear and then blow them away if they come directly across. Now he's anticipating that the T44 is going to go up onto the hill, the lower hill, come across and then try and go for the cap. And he's going to be looking in that corner over there where Embry was last seen. Now this is unusual. Maybe Embry is actually going to try and go to the enemy cap. 1 minute 14 seconds. He's not going to be able to cap. He hasn't got enough time. All he can do now is kill the T44, but the T44, when last seen, was at full health. So I doubt that he's going to be able to kill him with one shot. He'd have to be very lucky. He's got 8 kills. That's a Radley Walters. .47 seconds to go. He's going to go directly to try and find the T44 and take him out of the game. Win this game for his team. This is one of the things that we really do feel is good about what Arty Noobs. A lot of the players, a lot of the Arty players are the sort of people who would do this, who would actually go out and try and find the enemy and shoot them. We won't sit in ambush all the time. Sometimes we'll actually get offensive and go out and find the enemy tanks and shoot them in the face. Eight seconds, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he fires off his round. End of the game. Oh dear. And battle time has expired, so that's the end of the game. It ends in a draw. So let's have a look at the end of battle stats, and it's an ace tanker for Embry in the M53, M55. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 20. A Gore's medal for getting more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. A Radley Walters for getting at least 8 kills. A counter battery for taking out both of the enemy Arty, the 212A and the M40, M43. A high caliber for dealing the most damage in the battle. And finally a Top Gun for getting at least 6 kills. Such a pity that he wasn't able to find that last enemy tank, the T-44. He must have disappeared up the hill or headed down towards the river, because sadly he wasn't where he was last seen. But a draw, well, at least it's not a loss, but it counts as a loss on the stats. Let's have a look at the team scores, see exactly how he got on. Well, he got the highest damage, 5,367 hit points. So that's a very good score, actually, for an Arty. For any tank, actually, in this tier of game. This was a tier 9 game. He also managed to get 8 kills, the highest. 3 tanks more than the Striv 103 that he managed to shotgun. And he managed to get base XP of 848. Now, that means an ace tanker is actually quite low, low XP figure. For the M53, M55. So it must be much more difficult to get an ace tanker. Even though it's a lower figure, there must be a lot of people scoring very, very low XP amounts in order for that to be an ace tanker. So that's interesting, actually. I didn't realise that was so low. He fired 18 rounds during that battle. He didn't have that many rounds left. He only had 2 rounds left at the end of the game. He got 9 direct hits, 9 penetration, and 9 splash. So every round he fired had some effect upon the enemy. He did damage of 5,367 hit points, of which 4,783 were at more than 300 meters. He received 1 hit, 1 penetration. He also damaged 10 of the enemy, 2/3 of the enemy team, and was killed 8 of them. He did stun assistance of 1,482 hit points off 10 stuns. On the standard account, he earned 40,765 credits, and he got the Achievements Award, which is to equalise his score with that of the winning team, if there was a winning team, by getting all those epic medals. And that brought his total to 44,490 credits. And after repair and ammunition resupply, and the ammo is fairly expensive for the 8-inch howitzer, he actually suffered a loss of 303 credits. But it's a tiny loss, and he did pick up a lot of medals, so I don't think he'll be too worried about that. He received 848 base XP, and he got the Achievements Award here as well, 492, meaning that he took away 1,340 experience points altogether. But I think he'll actually say that, this is quite a satisfactory battle, because he was in quite an exposed position when that ELC Evan was running around in front of him, and he wasn't seen at all. But when the Striv did come looking for him at the end of the battle, he dealt with him very, very well indeed and took him out the game. And it was just a matter then of trying to find the T-44, and he'd gone astray. So there was no chance of him getting that. But he fought well all the same. So congratulations to Embry for a good battle fought and getting all these medals. There are actually quite a lot of them. It's just a pity that you weren't able to get that last kill. So if you like this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.